Live today on the Vibe 2025 Holiday Edition, we will discuss the top 10 toys for kids, day to evening wear and makeup for that special Christmas party, and finally we'll get expert tips and ideas on decorating and party hosting from our guest host, Michaella Flynn, professional designer and event coordinator of Simply Sensational Celebrations. Now, the Vibe, where our hosts have their hand on the pulse of society's sentiment. Please welcome joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear.
Welcome, and I am so happy and excited to be here today for our annual holiday edition of The Vibe.
But Joy, it's gonna be over so fast, and that makes me so... More parties! Ugh, the relatives.
What if the party doesn't go as planned? I've calculated 570 possible scenarios that all end in disaster.
Fear, it's going to be okay. We have an expert with us today. She has just finished planning and coordinating her biggest event to date, the Governor of Florida's Christmas party. Traditionally, this party has been for the governor's closest friends and colleagues. This year, however, our guest host, Michaella Flynn, turned the event into a holiday extravaganza that wasn't just a Christmas party, but also raised money for Toys for Tots and included dinner for hundreds of underprivileged people. Help me give a big vibe welcome to Michaella Flynn. Welcome to the show, and I am so eager to hear about this holiday extravaganza and all the tips you have for us today.
I totally want to hear what she has to say about decorating and hosting fabulous parties that everyone will envy. But first, I want to hear a little about her and just how she got into this business.
Okay, discussed. So, Michaella, how does it feel to coordinate such an amazing event that will not only bring holiday joy, but also help so many underprivileged people? Does it anyway fulfill your life's purpose?
For me, being a part of creating events from start to finish is always so rewarding and gratifying. It absolutely is a way for me to fulfill my purpose to live an adventurous, independent, creative life where I will strive to learn something new each day, while working in an uplifting environment, assisting others through leadership, cooperation, and allowing time for family, friends, traveling, and self-improvement.
That's just great. You have purpose and fulfillment. How did that happen? Seems to me some people have all the luck.
Actually, Anchor, I don't believe that. I believe that if you set your goals for yourself and create a purpose statement and make a plan, you can live all of your dreams. 10 years ago, my goals in life were to graduate from the Rosen College with my degree in event management, start my event management career, live on my own, enjoy time with family, friends, and while saving for travel. These goals were related to my purpose statement and values because they encompassed everything I wanted in life. With these goals, I was able to and am still able to learn something new every day. Be creative, independent, help others, all while still allowing time for family, friends, and travel.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that just terrifying trying to figure out what your purpose, what did you call it, statement, goals, and plan was? I can imagine 642 alarming things that can happen just thinking about it.
When I was younger, most of the time I heard about how people hated their jobs, and I didn't want that for my future. I wanted to wake up in the morning and jump out of bed excited for a new experience. I felt that I really came to understand this and my purpose when I was in college by sitting down and taking time to really determine what was important to me in my life. Trying to figure out what goals and values were important to me would help me achieve this in my future career. I took some assessments that helped in determining this, one of them being the Strength Finders assessment. With this test, I was able to determine my 5 greatest strengths, which are achievement, competition, futuristic, belief, and significance.
That's just fabulous. Why don't you think planning these parties and events puts you behind the scenes and no one gets to see the magnificent you?
I realized that it was very clear that having relationships and recognition in my work was important to me. I also wanted a social artistic environment where I could be creative, and that's when I decided that I loved party planning and that this career would fulfill my needs.
That's just so sad how you love planning parties but you don't get to go. How does that relate to your purpose?
My purpose relates to my career goals because graduating with a degree in event management fulfilled my strong desire for education, self-improvement, making new connections with others, and becoming the best version of myself.
Wow, I'll bet you had to go to school for a long time to get your degree. School is a very scary place. It's filled with germs and terrifying professors and people who wear their pajamas to class.
Calm down, Fear. It was a little scary at first, but I started out by attending Valencia College, a smaller college close to home. I was a part of their Global Studies honors track. I graduated magna cum laude with my AA degree from Valencia College in 2017. I also received a Global Distinction Award and a Service Learning Award. Then I transferred to the University of Central Florida, where I attended the Rosen College for Hospitality. I was also a part of UCF's honors program and graduated magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in event management and a bachelor's degree in hospitality in the year 2020.
Well, aren't you just the overachiever?
I can understand why you might think that disgust. However, my academic program related to my goals, and because of my core values and beliefs, as well as my achiever strength, I was motivated to set my standards high and challenge myself in everything I did. I was taught to finish what I start, never give up, and dare myself to do just a little bit more so that I can achieve anything I set my mind to.
I'll bet you accumulated a lot of debt going to school and graduating with 2 degrees. You must be so depressed when you think about how long and hard you'll have to work to pay it all back.
It is true, Sadness, that going to school takes a lot of money and many people have a lot of debt when they graduate. The overall cost for my education was $16,673.86. Part of those costs were covered by the Valencia Honors College Scholarship and the University of Central Florida Honors Scholarship. My parents so graciously paid for the rest, and without them I wouldn't have gotten out debt-free. I love them so much and I am extremely grateful for them and their support. My paid internships helped as well.
Internships? You have to be kidding me. Working and going to school? How did you ever manage it all?
There were many steps that I took to ensure that I would successfully complete my degrees. They included taking advantage of all of the tutoring and services offered at Valencia College and the University of Central Florida. I also interned at many different places, including Ripley Entertainment, the Rosen Hotel, SeaWorld, and Disney World. I made many different connections with so many amazing people while I interned, and because of that, I moved up in the world of event planning.
Moving up? Isn't that miserable? You have to move on and leave relationships you made and places you worked?
In a way, Sadness, it can be hard to move on. But as you know, I am now an event manager. I get the privilege of planning so many joyous events and helping others make wonderful memories. During my final semester in college, before graduating with my hospitality degree and event management degree, I was fortunate enough to do several different internships, starting out at Ripley Entertainment. The initial point that led to the moment in my life was starting my education at Valencia College. So while it was a bit sad, it was also very exciting.
And speaking of exciting, it sounds to me like you have a very adventurous career.
Well, Joy, I think I do. Every day I get to plan and create events for corporate businesses, churches, realtors, and other businesses and families. I travel to different places around the world and locally looking for venues to host the events. I get to sample delicious foods that might be served at the event. I also get to shop for decorations, plan activities, and meet people from all over the world and every walk of life. It truly is an uplifting and rewarding career.
Shopping, traveling, people. Oh, working with all those people, it's enough to make someone mad. You must have some serious skills to do that.
The general workforce skills that are needed for my profession are creative eye, social skills, negotiation skills, organization planning, budgeting, and professionalism. These are all things I work hard to accomplish and enjoy doing.
Besides, your testing and planning, how did you know this profession was for you? Weren't you afraid that you would make the wrong decision?
I think a lot of people worry about this fear. However, during college, I interviewed 2 very important people, Maggie Amber Perez, Executive Assistant to the CFO and Operations Department at Ripley Entertainment, and Beatrice Pasquale, Interior Designer for Pasquale Design. I chose to interview Ms. Amber Perez because I wanted to talk to someone who had experience in the field of event planning and event management. One valuable piece of information that I took away from this interview was to get a lot of experience and exposure in the field, make connections with others, and intern as much as I could in college. I also chose to interview Ms. Pasquale because I wanted to talk to someone with experience in environmental design. I wanted to know what an interior designer does and what some of the best parts about designing a room were. Miss Pasquale's most valuable advice to me was whatever I decide to do, make sure that it makes me happy and that I will enjoy doing it every day. By speaking with both Miss Amber Perez and Beatrice Pasquale, I was able to determine that event planning was what I really wanted to do. Their advice helped me so much and I am so grateful to have met them.
Wow, Michaela, what an exhilarating career. It sounds like you have your career off to an amazing start and you'll be doing great things.
But what about your personal life? I'll bet all the working doesn't leave you any time for family or friends. You must be so lonely and unhappy.
You are right, Joy. I do have a fabulous career. But sadness, just because my career has taken off doesn't mean that I didn't plan for my personal life. In fact, my personal goals have only improved. My career has enabled me to grow and mature while traveling the world. I am married and have 2 children. Owning my own event management business allows me to plan my schedule around my family and allows me to be there for my children. My family and I get to spend time traveling to places we wouldn't normally get to go if I had an 8-to-5 job.
All right. I've heard enough about Michaela. I want to get to those decorating tips and party hosting.
Okay, Inger, we will. But first, I'm afraid we have to take a commercial break to hear from our sponsors.
We'll be right back with Michaella Flynn and more holiday fun.